What do we know about uncertainty?
Well, in some ways we know a lot. Uncertainty is very high right now. It's been rising for 20 years. So we're in uncertain periods. On the other hand, we don't know much. We don't know what's coming next. So, it is easy to understand the past. It's very hard to understand the future. And that is why it's a struggle for firms, for businesses, and for the company.
And today you're presenting some new and valuable insights. What are those insights?
The insights is firstly trying just to measure uncertainty. And on that basis, uncertainty has been rising in Sweden for the last 20 years. Things like, the Ukraine war, COVID, the global financial crisis, Brexit, Trump. What's going to happen in future is harder to call. I often call it the Anna Karenina theory of uncertainty, that, certain times are all alike, uncertain times are all different, which is like there's always something around the corner, whether it's an asteroid strike or a global plague or a president gets assassinated. But basically you're kind of waiting, and then something terrible happens and uncertainty bounces up. So for Sweden right now in 2023, I would advise for companies pay attention to political and economic news so you're kind of well attuned. Be flexible, which means probably hire rather than pay for space, hire rather than pay for capital, have people on shorter rather than long-term contracts. And finally have contingency plans. So when I speak to firms that did well during the global financial crisis, they had these plans and they were never perfect. So there'd be a plan like the office gets burnt down by a fire, or the IT system goes down, but they'd pull out these dusty plans, dust them off, think, wow, we can use a lot of that, and they can act very fast. So that takes time to plan, but it turns out it's very useful for responding at speed.